Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy Marky Marks Tarot. What's going on, man? I'm trapping by myself. I don't need you. Hey, Mary Jane, how are you doing? How's things? I'm doing great, thanks. Hey, Sonia, how are you? Pretty good. Someone at work bullying them? Kick their ass then. Hey, Rana, how you doing? Hey, Elizabeth, how are you, sweetie? I'm all right. Just finished taking care of my nephews for the past couple hours. My sister and her husband went out tonight to like a school type of thing for the kids. So I was like, oh well, I took care of the kids for the past 4 hours, so I had fun with them. Hey Ashley, how are you, sweetheart? Hey Heather, how you doing? Yes, I see that. I remember you from Frankie's. Welcome. Good. Good. Glad you're doing good. Yeah, so I was taking care of my nephews for the past couple hours. We had pizza, played some games, watched some TV, some YouTube videos, all that type of stuff. So it was fun. I wasn't even gonna come on, to be honest, but I said I'll come on for a little while. Why not? And my friend called me and told me the fight was on tonight. I even forgot all about that. Oh, random, random. What am I gonna do if you? Yeah, so I don't know. I labeled this video as "Hey Miss T, how you doing?" I'm not ready for bed, but they don't wear me out. They're good kids. They stayed in their room majority of the time and played with their friends online. I honestly wish I had what they had when I was young. Hey Sal, how you doing, sweetie? Hey Barb, yo yo yo, what's up? Yeah, so it was cool. They don't wear me out or nothing. It was fun. I'm doing great. PlayStation. I actually bought my nephew a PlayStation card today because he's been doing really good in school, and he's on the honor roll. And I said, he was asking his mom for a PlayStation card. And she was like, "No, I bought you this tracksuit last week. I'm not buying you anything else." So I was like, so I didn't say nothing to her. I said, "What's the place you get the PlayStation cards from?" And she goes, "You can buy it online, blah blah blah." And I was like, "All right, I'll buy one online, a surprise." So I bought him a PlayStation card, and I went up there and I said, "Hey, punch in this code." He was like, "Oh, mommy bought me a card." I was like, "No, I did." "Oh, thanks, Uncle Mark. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. I really need it." I'm like, "You don't need this damn thing. You want this damn thing." So I set him up. Yeah, a new that's a new what you call it, same place, just different angle. Instead of sitting on the couch, I actually got a table and a chair. So hey Tanya, sitting on the beach? That's good. That's a good thing. Yeah, what time is your fight? How you doing, Boot? Good to see you, sweetie. Hey, live, laugh, love. How you doing? In Hawaii? Oh, nice. That's cool. I'm sure it must be nice there. I'll go to Hawaii one day when I get married. One day, if I get married, I'll go to Hawaii on my honeymoon. Oh yeah, Kelly. Sorry, Kelly. I keep forgetting. My bad. I'm doing good, Kelly. Thanks. I know, right? Oh, cool. Surfing. Hello, Takoa. Good. 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 Oh, sorry to hear that, Ashley. I hope you feel better, sweetheart. I'm feeling kind of blah blah anyway. I'm kind of feel like tired, but I mean, I slept really good last night, but it's like the energy got me today. Like the energy is so blah today. It's cooler here. All right, sweetie. See you tomorrow too. Enjoy the rest of your night. Try to feel better. Son's playing Fortnite. Yeah, my nephew is that's all they play is Fortnite. I got him the PlayStation card today. I actually wasn't gonna come on because my best friend called me earlier and he was like, "Hey, you gonna watch the fight?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess." He was like, "Yeah, it comes on later, blah blah blah." I was like, "I don't know, man. I don't really care about that damn fight. I'm not really a boxing guy. I used to like it when Tyson was playing like back in the day. I used to watch it with my friends, but I'm not really a. I don't like watching fighting and stuff like that. I like watching wrestling and stuff, but I got off of all that stuff. I'm watching basketball right now, but I've been watching football all day. Yeah, exactly. Like Tyson, Lennox Lewis, Klitschko, those guys. I watched all of them. But hey, Allison, how you doing, sweetie? I know, right? I had to listen to every fights on now. It hasn't started. Started. Dang it! It doesn't come on TV. I had to go pay per view. But I'm for Tyson Fury. I hope Tyson Fury wins tonight. I don't really care who wins, but I like the Tyson Fury guy. He makes me laugh. Yeah, I'm not. I don't like. I can tolerate boxing, but I don't really like UFC. Like UFC is like too crazy. Yeah, Canelo Alvarez is pretty. Yeah, he's good. Hey, Christina, how you doing? Yeah, I mean, I like it, but probably Allison. I probably do. That's for sure. Trust me, I have tons of clothes. And one thing about me, I keep my clothes in good shape. I keep my sneakers in good shape. Yeah, I like boxing, but I don't like UFC. UFC is not my thing. I like wrestling. I used to be a wrestling fanatic. I used to like the Ultimate Warrior, but he's dead now. So I'm actually gonna channel his spirit one day. He's somebody that I worshipped. I want to channel him one day and talk to him by myself. I'd love to do that. I've always thought about doing that. I have a lot of cooking videos on here, Allison. I did a lobster one time. I did a clam chowder video with my nephew. I did a stir fry video. Yeah, WWF. Yeah, Ultimate Warrior. That's when it was WWE now, but it was WWF back then. Ultimate Warrior was my favorite fighter, wrestler. But I still have stuff. I still have a lot of stuff. I still have all this stuff. I still have the videos. I still have clothes. I still have the action figures. I had the DVD on his whole life. I had posters. My whole room is full of posters. Hey Jennifer, how you doing? Yo yo. Hey Norma, how are you, sweetie? Good to see everybody. I watch wrestling on a regular basis. Oh yeah, of course I remember. The Warrior beat him one time. I'm doing well, thank you. Hey Charlene, how are you, sweetie? Yeah, I'm doing good. Thanks. Yeah, the Von Erichs, yeah. Yeah, it's like a man soap opera now, not back in the day. Back in the day, it's like it was the most popular thing in the world. Yeah. Like back when I was young, like 13, 14, 15, 16, like those are like the best years of wrestling. Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, those guys are like the legends of wrestling. But when the Warrior beat him, I got justice because I hated Hulk Hogan. I didn't like him. Yeah, I like Ric Flair was cool, but the Ultimate Warrior was like, he was just like the next greatest thing, and he beat Hulk Hogan and won both belts back in WrestleMania 6. So like that was like the highlight of my whole younger life because I got back at all the people that everybody liked Hulk Hogan. So when he lost to the Warrior, I went to school that day and I had an Ultimate Warrior knapsack. And I was holding it up saying, yeah, see that? We beat Hulk Hogan. And I was a guy who got so much, I got in trouble and all that because I used to try to body slam people and shit. I was like a wrestling crazy man. Like I used to love it so much. It was my whole life. Hey Lee, how you doing? I mean, people still watch wrestling today, but I can't watch it anymore. It's just, yeah, Hacksaw Jim Duggan was cool. Wrestling was so much fun back in the day. Yeah, snap into a Slim Jim. Yeah. Hey, Anna, how are you, sweetie? I'm doing good, thanks, Lee. The Undertaker's still good, believe it or not. He's still good, man. That guy, he's amazing. Yeah, everybody like a lot of people are going off of it now. Yeah, Charlie, and I saw that story about Lex Luger. He looks terrible now. That's that steroids. See, that steroids kills those guys. Steroids killed all of those guys. It killed the Ultimate Warrior too. Yeah, of course I remember Ricky Steamboat. I remember all those wrestlers. I watched all of them. It's just too bad because even the Ultimate Warrior admitted it in the end that steroids ruined his life. I mean, all those guys die young because of that, because too much steroids, man. Some of them die. Some of their bodies can't handle it. Some of them OD on it. Hey, Diane, I'm doing great. My birthday was wonderful. Probably one of the best birthdays ever. I got a lot of birthday love, and I'm still getting the birthday love, to be honest. So I'm blessed. I got a lot of gifts. Still waiting for more gifts. So I'm blessed. It was a great birthday. Thanks. Thank you, Anna. I appreciate that, sweetie. Rowdy Piper. Yeah, Rowdy Piper. My birthday was the 6th of February. Yeah, Piper also died too. He was one of my favorites. You remember they had the cartoon? The cartoon was really cool too. The cartoon was fun. I used to watch that on Saturday mornings, like Junkyard Dog. I met Junkyard Dog. You know, the black guy, he had the chain around his neck. I'm sure everybody knows who that is. He came to Bermuda one time, and like all the midget wrestlers came here, and he fought Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I met him. I took a picture with Junkyard Dog. He was fun. He was so cool, man. I was really young. I was like maybe 11 years old. Oh yeah, I used to do the figure 4 leg lock on my sister. My mom used to get so pissed. You're gonna break your sister's leg one day. I'm gonna kill you. I was like, calm down. That shit don't work. That was funny. I had a good time. Back then, it was like, it was amazing. It's just sad to see all of them die, you know. Oh yeah, I heard all about that, Miss T. Okay, Sal, good to see you. Thanks for coming in, sweetie. I appreciate the support. Yeah, Junkyard Dog was one of my favorites. He came here. Like if I wished I saw a wrestling event years ago, back in '98. I saw Stone Cold Steve Austin. I saw The Rock. I saw The Undertaker, Kane. I watched it in New York at Madison Square Garden. I saw SummerSlam. It was like a dream come true for me because I had never seen a live wrestling event, you know, like a main event. And I went there and I saw that. It was most fun I've ever had in a wrestling event. That was the only time I went, but I wish I could have caught the Ultimate Warrior back then. But okay, good, Heather. So I can ask you to kick some woman's ass for me if I need you then. Hey, Victoria, how you doing, sweetie? What's up? I don't know why, but I can't see some of you guys like pictures. It looks weird. It's like when you first come in, your picture's not there, and then as it goes on, then the picture kicks in. It's weird. Mercury retrograde is definitely messing around with a lot of people, man. I don't know. Really weird shit going on. Queenie, I don't need you to beat her up. I'll do that myself. Oh, that happened to you too, Anna? Yeah, I was wondering what was going on. I was like, what? Oh, Sela, Queenie said she's exhausted. Heather said, now you'll get your licks in now. You're still alive? Well, that's a good thing. I like your new picture, Victoria. Looks nice. Hey, Barbie. How are you? For those of you who don't know my friend Anna Earth Loves Tarot, go check her channel out. She's a good friend. I saw I went to see Violet Ann Tarot. I saw her channel today. I watched some of her videos. She comes in here from time to time. I went to go subscribe to her and go see her videos. Finally, I wrote it down on a piece of paper because I keep forgetting. Because some readers come in here and I totally forget to go check them out. But I went to check her out today. All right. I don't know what the heck I'm going to do, but I labeled this video, What the Spirit Wants You to Know. I don't know if I should do a pick a card or just give people messages regarding what Spirit wants them to know. I have no idea. It's one of those days where I don't give a shit anymore. Yeah, I'll do a pick a card, I guess. I'll do a pick a card like 1, 2, 3. And I'll do my bootleg deck as well. And then I'll give messages afterwards. All right. So I'll do a pick a card first, and then I'll do messages afterwards. Hey, TJA Studio, how you doing, sweetie? Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll do a pick a card. Yeah, today's been one of those days where I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do whatever comes. I don't give a shit anymore. So I'm gonna do a pick a card 1, 2, or 3. And then after that, if anybody wants a message, I'll give one. All right. My dog's dreaming again. She's twitching. She's too fun. All right. This is a pick a card 1, 2, or 3. What the Spirit wants you to know. All right. Exactly, Victoria. Exactly. Am I right or am I wrong? Who gives a shit, right? Okay. Pick a card 1, 2, or 3. What the Spirit wants you to know. 1, 2, and 3. One. Well, Norma. I'm rolling up my sleeves because I don't normally wear jackets and things like that because it's not even that, it's not cold enough here. But today it's 58, so that's pretty cold for me because usually it's 70 on average here. And I'm going to use my Oracle deck too. Might as well give a nice message. So it's 58 today, so it's kind of like cool enough for me to put on a jacket, because I don't use heaters and all that shit. I can't stand it here. It suffocates me. I don't know how people use heaters. I can't do with that. All right, so this is a pick a card 1, 2, or 3 for what does Spirit want you to know. So card number, everyone who picked power number 1, try to concentrate more. Spirit wants you to know to be more active. You may have delays right now, but don't worry. Those delays are going to go away eventually. They're all in your mind. I tell people every damn day, the things that you go through in life are all in your mind. You manipulate your mind to think good things, and don't manipulate your mind to be in a bad state of mind. A lot of you card number 1 people are unhappy right now. You may have had an argument with somebody. You may be concerned or worried about people around you, or somebody in that you love is going through some hard times, so you're trying to help them. Some of you could have lost a loved one, and you're thinking about them and concerned whether or not they're good in spirit now, or they passed away of a bad death, or they passed away recently, and you're thinking about them. Some of you could have sleepless nights and overthinking about a lot of things. All right, you're gonna have delays. You're gonna have things that are going to seem like a loss to you. You're gonna have no concentration about these things, because you're always worried about what's going on, and you're concerned about what's going on. But don't despair. Things will get better if you manipulate your mind to thinking positive. I know it's hard, but we can do it. Power number 1, I know you can do it. And your bootleg message is, I am overthinking. And that's why you're overthinking, is because you're worried about somebody or something. You could be worried about your finances. You could be worried about someone you love. You could be worried about your mom, your dad, your family. You could be worried about your kids. These things are constantly making you worry and making you lose your concentration. So you are overthinking, all right? And Spirit wants you to know, I love and respect myself. And the message is, I see my authentic self, and I love what I see. I see the magnificence of my presence. I see the perfection in me, and this breaks any doubt that anyone has ever put in my head. Okay? You see this bird here? He's looking in his reflection in the water, and he's looking for food. But at the same time, he's looking at his reflection and saying, you know what? I love and respect myself, and that's all that matters. So don't doubt yourself. Stop worrying. I know it's hard when you have a lot of things on your mind. It's easier said than done. But that's what Spirit wants you to know. Okay? Love and respect yourself. That's all that matters. All right, power number 2. Power number 2, you could have been in a dispute or an argument with 3 people. You could be arguing over another person. You could be arguing with someone over someone. This could be a couple, you and a woman or a man, and you could be fighting over another woman or man, or you could just be making impulsive mistakes about the things in your life. You could be dealing with a man who's younger than you. You could be dealing with a person who is conceited and has not formed union with you at all. This person no longer want to be with you. This person is the type of person who you just look at and say, you know what? You ruined a lot of things for me. It's time for me to move on. And now that you've moved on, you're trying to find this growth. You're putting in a lot of hard work. You got over this personal friendship or relationship with this person. You were tired of arguing with them, and now you've moved on. And now you moved on to putting in the efforts that you want to put in now that you don't have these disputes in your life. And if you've recently gone through this, then I feel like you're finding success with work, with money, and the results of your efforts are nearly done. Okay? The results of your efforts are nearly done. You're trying to reorganize your whole life. You're trying to organize success. You're trying to get money. You're trying to be wealthy. You're trying to progress. You found your ingenuity. You're growing. And these efforts are nearly due. All you got to do is put in a little bit more work and you'll get there. Don't allow people to get in your way. Don't allow this one person or this third party situation you could be in, anything, okay? Anything like that is going to get in your way. Just know that now that you're completed this task of getting rid of this person or starting to move on from this person, and you're growing and you're making money and you're trying to get your work situation done, look in the mirror and know that you are amazing. Okay? Because you took the initiative. Because you took the initiative, you are amazing for doing that. Because not everybody's going to move on as quick as you did, power number 2. And Spirit wants you to know that you are amazing without this person and without this couple and without these people in your life or this person in your life that's trying to ruin things for you. So power number 2, just know that you are amazing, and that's all that matters. And Spirit wants you to know that today is the day of my last judgment. You see the calendar in the background and your little cup of coffee? And you wrote today. Today is the last day of my last judgment. People tend to judge a lot of people, and Spirit doesn't want you to judge people no more. Today is the very last day I judge either myself or anybody else. It's the day that I accept myself just the way I am. I accept everybody else just the way they are. The reward is internal happiness. And that's all that matters, power number 2. Like Marky says, don't watch me, watch TV. Okay? It doesn't make sense judging people. And if you do judge somebody, just remember you're being judged too. I always tell people only God can judge me. Okay? Because he put me here. And we have to learn every day that judging people is okay to a certain point. You don't have to go tell the whole world that you judge somebody in a certain way. Judgments are to be made. Judgments are analyzed, in my opinion. And to me, if you don't want to be judged, then don't judge people. All right? And when you do, just know that you're being judged same way. Okay, power number 3. What does Spirit want you to know? Spirit wants you to know that you have new possibilities. You have new relationships coming up, new friendships, new acquaintances, new knowledge, new approaches to old problems. It's all new things coming your way. But in order to have these new things, power number 3, you can't restrain yourself from moving forward. Restraining yourself because of other people is your situation. You may feel sad. You may feel like you're in trouble. You may feel like you've lost your faith. Sorry. You may feel like you've lost your faith. And the thing is you allow other people to restrain you from your thoughts, restrain you from going forward, from achieving the rewards. And you can't do that. Don't do it. You can see, because a lot of people, when somebody says something to them, that person's words or thoughts or life sticks to that person. And they don't know whether or not they're doing the right thing, because they allow that restraint caused by others to allow them to lose faith, to be surprised by their words and their thoughts and their actions. And then your achievement that you thought you had is not rewarding because you allow the person to get into your head. So if this is happening to you, power number 3, you need to move on and approach your old problems in a new way. Okay? So people who put these bad thoughts in your mind, approach them in a new way. Tell them, I'm not listening to you. I'm going to do things my own way, and you can go where the sun don't shine. Getting new acquaintances and new relationships and new friends is sometimes the best thing to do. Out with the old, in with the new, card number 3. I've proved everybody that since I've been here. I've associated with many people, and now I don't. People come and go. New people come. Every day somebody new comes to my room, and they judge me. They stick here. They stand here. They want to be my friend. Some of them don't. It's all good. Life goes on. Everybody can be replaced. And if card number 3, if you have that in your mind always, then you'll always move forward. And that's what Spirit wants you to know. Your bootleg message, card number 3, is laugh now, cry later. Those people who laugh at you now, they'll be crying later. This is one of my favorite sayings of all time. That's why I put these words on this card. And when it came up today, I started laughing. Because all the people that laughed at me, they're crying now and wish they probably had me back in their life. And power number 3, the people that laughed at you, they're crying now, not later. They're crying right now because Spirit wants you to know that they laughed at you because you chose Marky. But now they're crying because you're no longer with them. People are laughing at you because you didn't choose them and deal with them and acknowledge them. But they're crying now because they don't have you in their life. Oh, well. And power number 3, your oracle message is, what messages am I delivering to myself? You see this envelope here with the flowers and all this nice stuff coming out, butterflies all over the place? That's the messages you should be delivering to yourself, nothing but positivity. When I deliver truth and love to myself, I am happier. And just by being happier, the people around me benefit. My effort is really for everyone because my joy, my happiness, my heaven are contagious. So power number 3, Spirit wants you to know that the people that are no longer in your life aren't there for a reason. And the message to yourself and from Spirit is, now you can laugh because you won't need to cry no more because you got rid of all the toxic things and people in your life. Amen and hallelujah. Hey, Nina, how are you, sweetie? Hey, Cass, how you doing? Hey, Kayla, how are you, sweetie? Absolutely. And that's why those messages came out, because everybody needs to hear them. And I tell people every day, you can't allow people to hold you back. Outside influences are the worst influences. People that, I'm doing great, sweetheart, thanks. People always try to hold people back from doing what they really and truly want. And if you allow them to manipulate your mind, you're not going to go nowhere. You see what I'm saying? And I've tried to prove that to a lot of people on here, and people agree with me. Some people do, some people don't. You know, but it's up to us at the end of the day. I can tell you every single day to stop talking to this person or stop doing that, stop doing this. People can tell you every day, don't go see Marky, don't go do that, don't go to him, or don't go to that person, or don't do this. You've got to take the initiative to control your life, your situations. Don't blame life, blame the way you live it. Am I right or am I wrong? As Victoria said earlier. And you got to say to yourself, I don't give a shit about what people think. I don't give a shit about who judges me. You know? Then you got to ask yourself, am I right or am I wrong? That's the thing. And if you know you're right, that's all that matters. Because it's mind over matter. It's whatever we think, whatever we say is all that matters. The message, that's why this card says, right? What messages am I delivering to myself? Not only do we ask for messages and we want messages, but what messages do you deliver to yourself? And that's all that matters, is you deliver the message that you believe in, and you can't allow somebody to get in your head and manipulate your mind to thinking that you are not doing the right thing. Because then you're going to get, I told you so. I did it. And then when you move on and you know you've done the right thing, and that person looks back at you and says, oh, well, I'm not speaking to them no more because they didn't do what I said, and their life is better than mine now, then the jealousy and the stupidity and the ignorance all comes into place. Exactly. But that's it. You live and learn, Elizabeth, you know? We live and learn. We put our trust in many people every day. Every day we meet somebody new. Every day we try to put our trust in somebody. We feel people's situations out. We try to help as many people as we can, but sometimes the most help is helping ourselves. Sometimes we have to be selfish for us. You see what I'm saying? We always have to be taking care of ourselves. Don't try and take care of everybody and try to fix everybody. When we try to fix everybody, we lose because we try to deal with ourselves and fix somebody else. You can't fix stupid. You can only tell stupid what you think. But fixing stupid is not going to happen. And if we allow ourselves to get consumed by other people's energy and other people's thoughts and words and manipulation, then we're going to stay in that same space. A big pile of shit. That's where we're going to stay. Until we get rid of that energy, we're always going to stay that same area, that same life, that same situation, same people. And then you're going to say same shit, different day. That's why you got to move on. The people that don't want you, they don't want you for a reason. The people that leave your lives for a reason. The people that are no longer in your life now, it's a blessing. The people that you know you need to get rid of and move on from, that's on you now. That's your fault for allowing these people in your life. When you break up with somebody, you can't put all the blame on that person because you're the dumbass who allowed them in your life and kept them in your life for so long and so much time. I blame myself every day for allowing stupid people in my life and allowing people that I know I got a red flag from jump. But I say, you know what, Marky, be nice. No. Don't be nice no more. As soon as you get that 1 ounce of negativity or that intuition feeling that that person has to be put at a distance, do it. Do it. And you'll thank yourself later. Trust me. As we all get older, we learn more and more every day who our real friends are, who our fake friends are. People have family members we don't speak to. People have brothers and sisters we don't speak to, friends, ex-wives, kids. It's a part of life. But we have to do it for our own sanity and our own, to keep ourselves intact. And that's why spirit tells us to do these things. Thanks, Anna. Thanks for coming here, sweetheart. Good night to you, sweetie. Love you too, sweetheart. Hey, Sophie. People have to realize that, we're only here for so long. And we got to move on to a better place. We can't allow this year to be like the last year. Hey, Angela, how are you, sweetheart? All I need is one red flag, and I'm out. You know how you see a red flag up? You know, you see a red flag up when the weather's really bad at the beach? Every time somebody allows you to feel that way, you remember the beach when it's rough and you can't go in the beach because of the red flag. You remember that. Allow that to be a permanent image in your brain. That's what I do. Angela, you might have to unsubscribe and then subscribe again, because sometimes when you don't get the notifications, you got to unsubscribe and then you resubscribe, and then it'll reset everything. Hey, Kitty, how you doing? Thanks, sweetie. What's up, Ninja? Hey, Isabella. Elizabeth, that's all that matters. And you know what that means, Elizabeth? That means you have nothing on your conscience. That's what that means. It means that you have nothing on your conscience. And what you can do, Elizabeth, is you look in that mirror at your sexy ass when you wake up and you doll yourself up, right? While you're dolling yourself up in that mirror, you look in that mirror and you look deep into your eyes and say, I did nothing wrong. I have nothing on my conscience, and everybody can kiss my ass if they don't like Elizabeth Juarez. Because that's what I do every day when I wake up. I look in that mirror. I say, yo, 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 what up? You ain't got nothing on your conscience, Marky. You're the man. To hell with everybody and what they think. I'm looking at the greatest. I'm looking at a person who knows what I know, do what I do, and that's all that matters to me. I have nothing on my conscience. I ain't done nobody wrong. That's all that matters. That's it. Am I right or am I wrong? That's all you got to do. And do it every day. Absolutely. Rejection is protection. Yep, exactly, Sophie. Exactly. Yeah, there you go, Heather. I live next to the beach too, so yeah, Lee, try it. I'm right now. Okay, Victoria. I'm doing good. I may sound tired, but I'm all right. I don't need a Red Bull. I am a bull. Okay, Kitty, good night, sweetie. Nice for coming by. Say hello to Marky. Appreciate that. Heather, I'm in Bermuda, so I'm surrounded by water. All I got to do is look out my damn door and I see water. And I've seen those red flags many a times because I used to go to the beach all the time. I used to work at the beach. I had to put those flags up. And every time I think about it, I say to myself, you know what? That's exactly what I'm going to think about every time I get myself into another mess where people, I know somebody's bad for me. But you know what? We get manipulated by people's praise to us. You see what I'm saying? And I go through it here. Absolutely, Takoa. I went through it here. Since I've been on here, I've been going through that. People come in here, oh, Mark, you're amazing. Oh, Mark, yeah, your reading resonated with me. And, they allow me to believe that they are genuine, when really they're the devil in disguise. And I've had readers come in here, as we all know, the people who I've fell out with in the past, I no longer need them in my life. They needed me, but I didn't need them. And you'll need me before I need you. And they know that now. But guess what? It's too late now. So you can stay the devil in disguise. And I'll preach God's word. I'll stand by God. I'll let God protect me from your devilish ways and actions. And I can move on with the people who surround me with their love and light and respect. And that's all that matters. And that's all that should matter to everybody in this room is you can allow these people to come in your life, but it's up to you to maintain them. It's up to you to maintain them in your life or get rid of them or test their sincerity, as I always say. You see what I'm saying? Absolutely. There's different words for everything. You're all letting me know what you think, but these are the words that I use every day. And if we always, right? If we can allow people to come into our lives, but we have to test their sincerity. We have to test them. Life is a test. You see what I'm saying? We have to be like a teacher. Everybody who comes in our life, we have to say, you know what? I wonder if this person is decent. You know, I wonder if this person is going to be my friend. I wonder if this person is going to be this or that, you know? You got to, like, no, everybody who comes in my room, I can't see your face. I don't know who you are. So I have to go off of energy. When you come in my room, you test me. You see if I resonate. You see if I'm a good guy. You see if I'm really the real deal. You test me. Some people come in here with different names and try to test me. It's a part of life. You can test me all you want. I'm going to be sincere every time. You see me? You see what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Everybody gets tested. Everybody has to learn, appreciate, and move forward. But it's our fault. All you have to do is blame yourself when shit don't go right. And you have somebody in your life for 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, 20 years, and you keep going through the same shit over and over and over, you have yourself to blame for allowing it to go on. That's it. Well, you can only trust the people that you can. It's okay to trust. It's okay to trust people, but you have to trust the right people. You can trust God and know you've never met him. You trust your mom as you grow older. You trust your dad as you grow older. But if they do something that you don't, that you know that's not trustworthy, then you obviously know that they can't be trusted. Who can be trusted can be loved. Who can't be trusted can't be loved. And as you get older, you mark my words, as you get older, you will see how many people you start off trusting and how many people you end off trusting. And as every year goes by, it's less people you trust because it's more you learn and more you see, more you deal with. Hey, Vanessa, how are you, sweetie? Hey, Corianne, hi, sweetheart. What's up? Okay, Heather. Yeah, and once you reach 30, I would say once you reach 30 years old, you pretty much know what life is. Some people learn faster, some people learn, different ways, but I'm going to tell you one thing. Once I went 30 years old, I finally realized that now's the time. You know what life's about. You know what you have to do. You know who your friends are. Now you can go forward. You see? Even though it doesn't matter, The thing is you have to, you can't blame the people that you're with, because I see a lot of people. I see a lot of people in this world. The first person they blame is the person who done them wrong. You don't blame the person who done you wrong. You blame yourself for allowing that person in your life, knowing that that person gave you red flags from day one and your intuition told you not to do it. Now, sometimes we have situations where we allow ourselves to get suckered into the manipulation, and then we get screwed up in a little short time. But if you know somebody's toxic, you know somebody's not doing you right, and you allow them to keep doing it, you have yourself to blame. Hey, Dawn, how are you, sweetie? And that's what's wrong with this whole world, and that's what's wrong with people. Is they allow that people to manipulate their minds to believing otherwise. Yep, I always try to see the best in everybody. But as time goes by, we can make those better judgments. We can make those better decisions with our intuition. It's called experience. Once you have the experience of defeat, broken hearts, broken friendships, broken relationships, and you can allow yourself to no longer get those sequences of brokenness in your life by making better judgments. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Vicky, how you doing? We all try to see the best in people, and a lot of these people, right? A lot of these people in the world, a lot of people in the world, they say, oh, I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to be positive and this and that. And positive people usually allow toxic people in their lives because they're so positive. You can only be positive so long and so much time with certain people. You can stay positive, but don't allow the negative to consume you or trick you. You see? And that's what I've learned over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And at work, our daily lives, family, friends, on here, our daily lives are full of people like that every day. So it's our choices. Our choices. Like one of my favorite rappers says, even though you pick and choose, you pick to lose. And when I hear that lyric in that song, I say, yep, you're right. Even though you pick and choose, you pick to lose. And what I mean by that is, if you have somebody in your life right now that you need to get out of your life in order to make your life better, then you got to pick to win. I don't care about people's apologies anymore. If the people that have been in my life come back and say, oh, Mark, I'm sorry for doing you wrong, I'll be like, okay, no problem. One, it could be genuine. Two, it could be fake apology. Three, I don't really care, because apology is not going to take back the evil doings that you did. Sorry is a word. It's got to be action. And even if there isn't action and an apology, it's still too over. It's over anyway. You can apologize all you want. Don't mean nothing to me. You should have thought about that before you fucked me over. You should have thought about that before you judged me. You should have thought about that before you did what you did. Sorry don't cut it in my world. Because by allowing people back into our lives, they have a chance to do it again. And if you give these people a chance to do it again and again and again, then you just look like a dartboard where people are just going to keep throwing shit at you and try to hit bullseye. You know? It's not easy. Nobody said life will be easy, but you can make it easy by having less people in your circle and less people in your life, and that will bring you less drama and less you have to know about and less you have to deal with. And if you can go to bed every night knowing you have nothing on your conscience, then the people who done you wrong, they're the problem. You know? Exactly. It's up to us. We are our own problem when we don't do what we have to do. You know? People have to realize that. And I realize that every day. As soon as I get that little touch of negativity about something or about someone, I just say to myself, you know what? I'm not dealing with that person. I can't. I'm not going to allow them in my energy until otherwise. To be continued is what I usually say. To be continued. If you're on a to be continued list, you're going to stay there until your sincerity is acknowledged in a good way. Otherwise, no thanks. Yeah. Well, like my mom always says, all you need is 6 people, and those 6 people to carry your ass to your grave. Yeah, I feel that way every day. You know how many times I've been screwed over because of my kindness? You know how many times I've been screwed over because I allow people into my life because I think they're actually genuine. But at the same time, the people that I do allow in my life, I always watch them, you know? I always say to myself, well, Marky, unfortunately, this person has to suffer for the last person until I know that I can really trust this person. You know? And people think, oh, well, you always know, Mark, because all you got to do is pull cards. No. Cards don't predict those things to me. What predicts those things to me is my own mind. If I feel I can't trust somebody, I won't. If I feel somebody wants something for nothing, then I'll know. Okay, Angela, good to see you, sweetheart. Take care. So at the end of the day, it's up to us. You know, I tell people all the time that you can't allow like psychics and readings and people around you, period, to manipulate your mind and think that things are going to be all right. You have to make those things right. You have to make your life right. You can't allow somebody to tell you your life's going to be all right because they pull a couple cards for you. You got to make your life right. And that's what I did. That's exactly what I do every day. I don't really get readings like that, nor do I care about that shit. What I do is I make my life better by allowing myself to believe in God and believe God's got my back and believe that I have the good people around me that I need. Raina, that's because we believe it's right. And if you believe that's the right way, then that's the right way for you. Everybody has their ways, you know. Hey, Stephanie, how are you, sweetie? Absolutely, Cass. I tell people that every day. You know? Yeah, I'm doing great, sweetheart. Thanks. The thing is there's nothing wrong with getting readings. It's just that people allow it to consume their life. I've seen it happen. People are addicted to readings, and people obsess over everything in their life. People think that, see, a lot of people, a lot of psychics and a lot of readers in this world, especially on here, they manipulate your mind to think that you have to do this and you have to do that in order to be a great psychic, or to be healed, and to do this and to stick a crystal up your ass sideways for 10 days and you'll be like, relieved of all your sins. No, it don't work that way. You know how it works? In here. That's how it works. You have to think that I don't need this, I don't need that, I don't need, what I need is to get myself in order. I need to change my life. You don't need those things. People like to manipulate your mind to believe you need to do that. What you need is natural things, natural causes, natural effects, and you believing that you can make yourself do these things without these people manipulating your mind to make money off of it. See what I mean? Yeah. But see, some people think that you need to do this and you need to do that, But I don't believe in none of that. I don't believe in a lot of these things that people say, like, because I don't do none of those things and I'm perfectly fine. You know why? Because I don't allow those people to inflict those energies in my mind. You know? Oh, Norma. When I first started getting into this, people used to say, "Oh, you gotta sage your house every day. You gotta go get 20 crystals and put it all over your house, and you gotta go get sea salt and do this and do that. You gotta go get a bucket of holy water from the Pope." All that stuff. I believe in some of it, and I still use some of those methods today. But once you reach a level of consciousness, and once you reach a level where you can feel that you can't be touched, then that's all that matters. And all you got to do is mentally prepare yourself to do readings, mentally prepare yourself to come online and to take on all these people. You see what I'm saying? You got to mentally do it. It's all in your mind. You don't need sage and burn a whole damn stick in your car, in your ass, in your brain, all over your clothes, in your shower. You don't need to do those things, man. And you don't need all that stuff. It's all in your mind. I use holy water every day. I bless myself every day when I wake up. I bless myself. I have a little holy water container. I take it out. I go like that. I say, "Please, Jesus, protect me. Keep me safe." Bang. Then I have a bowl of sea salt water in my house. If it doesn't get all frosted up and get sucked up, then I know the energy's fine. I sage maybe once a month. Crystals, I have a few here and there, but I don't, put them in my pocket or rub them on my forehead or, do those things. But some people do it because they believe in it, and that's fine. I know a psychic that I known for years, and she sages herself and sages her cards every day because that's what she believes in, and that's fine. Sometimes I take a crystal that I have here, the Bermuda crystal, and I put a sign of a cross on my forehead when I feel like negative energy is around me. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, but I still don't like get the whole, and what it is like a money making scam for some people, and the thing is that like a lot of people think that they have to protect themselves with all these methods, but it's not. You got to protect yourself in your mind and know that God has your back. God is your bodyguard. You see? It doesn't matter what the situation is, it's still all in your mind. It's mind over matter, it's mind over everything. And our mind is always manipulated by thoughts, and our mind is manipulated by other people's thoughts and methods. But once we get our own method that works for us, and we believe that method and believe we have a force field of positivity around us, then no negativity will ever come in. See what I'm saying? But you have to believe that. If you don't believe that, you got a long way to go. Okay, Barb, good to see you. Thanks for coming by, sweetie. Exactly, Dawn. See what I mean? Like a lot of people say those things like, absolutely, Takoa. That's what I do every day. I pray more than people that go to church. Yeah. But to each their own. I don't condemn nobody for doing those things. If that's what you want to do, that's your methods, that's your beliefs. I don't condemn nobody for their beliefs. But me personally, my beliefs are what I just said. Like, because me personally, like, I don't do those things. And I did do those things because I got manipulated by other psychics who tried to show me their way. But really, it's not their way, it's your way. And I don't believe in a lot of the things that the psychic world says. And that's why I do my own thing. But you got to be on a level where you're protected in your mind, and that's all that matters. Because if you allow people to consume your mind, then you're fucked. Straight up. There's no way out. Hey, Mariam, how are you? Good night, Ninja. Good to see you again, sweetie. Absolutely, Cass. Yeah, like I said, I don't condemn no psychic or reader who does what they do. It's just I just don't believe a lot of people. Like, I don't like a lot of people think that they have to do all these things, and to me, yeah. Cass, I've never really had that experience, but I would like to. Absolutely, Vicky, I agree. Yep, Rana, that's how I operate. Holy water every day, and I bless myself like I'm in a church. I pray. I have God's pictures. I have Jesus's pictures everywhere. I'm surrounded by rosaries and chains, and I wear everything. I believe in God 100%. I believe in Jesus, and like I said, and by doing that, that's what that matters. Elizabeth, the reason for that is because you're around strong people. And when you're around strong people and you're strong yourself and you have a good life and you have beautiful kids and you are beautiful and you like, you don't publicize your life, people can't stand that about you. That's why. That's why you feel that jealousy and hate, because people envy your life. People envy you. And when they envy you too much, you get that. You see what I'm saying? People envy people's lives. People are jealous. It's a disease. And it's sad. And we think that people have our best interests at heart. We think when we get a compliment, it's genuine, but really it's not. It's a compliment that's on a two-way street. No, it's not you. It's everybody, sweetheart. We're all in the same boat. That's why we're all here today, to listen to it, because it's a part of life. Well, the thing is try to stay positive, and actually being positive is two different things. Trying means you want to, but you don't. Will means you are. That's why I told you, look in that mirror and you say, I will be positive and I will not allow people to get to me. You got to allow that to strive and make you laugh about it. Like how I do. You've watched me. Everybody's watched me on this channel for the past month. How much bullshit have I gone through with trolls, with other readers? Good night, Lee. Thanks for hanging out. The thing is like people, every day is going to be different. Every day is going to be different. People are going to do and say whatever they want. But we just have to move on, and allow those people to go. Exactly, but that's what I do. That's why people don't like me. Because I don't want to get on this guy's bad side, because he roasts me live in front of everybody and tells everybody what I did to him. Oh, good. Don't cross my path and you won't get roasted. Don't disrespect me and I won't tell nobody. If you don't want to deal with me, then leave. You don't like me, then don't come in here. You don't like the people I associate, you want to take it out on them? Well, they're going to tell you kiss their ass too. Because they'd rather be here with me than be with your dumb ass. I only surround myself with good people, yo. That's it. Charlene, you said our older priest told us that church is just a building. Wherever you pray is your church. You don't have to come here every week, pray wherever you. Absolutely. Absolutely. I tell my parents that every day. I'm not going to church no more. Because the people in the church don't deserve to be there. So I'd rather make my home my church. And like I said earlier, I pray more than some people that go to church. I have more rosaries here than some people have in their whole life. I have more pictures of Jesus than some people have that go to church. You see what I'm saying? It's the thought. That's why I keep telling people, it's all in your mind. If you program your mind to believing in God every day and believing you're protected, then ain't nobody gonna stop you. Absolutely, Nina. Always. As I made a comment a while ago, people who preach that they love Jesus and they follow Jesus or preach Jesus' name or claim they're in some type of religious thing, like, you know what I mean? Religious being and religious ways, you know? People would say, oh yeah, I believe in Jesus and all this stuff, but guess what? If you believe in Jesus, right? Jesus, the movie, if you watch the movie and you know, when I watch the movie, every Good Friday, right? Let me tell you this story. Every Good Friday and Easter weekend is coming up next month or the month after, whenever Easter and Good Friday is. I watch the movie on, I think it's the Discovery Channel or one of those channels. It's a movie about Jesus, right? And how he, became who he is. And every time I watch that movie, I remind myself that that's exactly how I feel every day. Because he tried to show people that by believing in what you believe, you can't allow people to turn you down. You can't allow people to judge you. You can't allow people to throw stones at you if they ain't done nothing wrong. And that's where I said earlier, if you have nothing on your conscience, then why should you be worried? If you remember, there was 3 husbands that cheated on their husbands in a circle. And the Romans were about to kill these husbands because they, sinned. Jesus came in the circle and said, here's the stone. You cast the first stone if you ain't sinned. And nobody did it because they had to realize that what he said was true. Right? And that's exactly what I told somebody the other day. You're condemning me for my beliefs. So you're condemning God for his. So you're throwing a stone at me. You're throwing a stone at me. Right? So that means I could throw one at you because you ain't perfect either. What are you doing that's better than me? What are you doing that I'm not? You're a better person than me? Well, then throw the stone at me if you're perfect. That's why I got silent treatment from that person after that. Because I made that person realize how stupid they were for judging me for my beliefs. And guess what? I'm laughing and saying to myself, you know what, Mark? That stone that's next to that person is still on the ground. And they're probably saying to themselves, I'm an idiot. There you go. Don't preach that shit to me. Man, you're not perfect. Hey, SR, how you doing, fam? Let me tell you, the church has a lot of bad people in it. That's why I don't go to church. Because when I got old enough to not go, like let me tell you something. I was born as a Catholic. My mom and dad raised us in a Catholic school and a Catholic church. And I tell my parents Catholic religion is one of the most corrupted religions in my mind because every year they change it. They say a lot of things to make you believe otherwise. And Jesus wasn't Catholic. Jesus wasn't Anglican. Jesus was a Jewish man who was born in Jerusalem. He never put a label on his religion. People put labels on religion. People put labels on Jesus. I say it all the time. I don't like to talk about religion too much because people get mad. But there's a lot of Portuguese people like myself who believe Jesus is Portuguese. Black people believe that Jesus was black. White people believe Jesus was white. Chinese people believe in Buddha or whoever they believe in. Muslims believe in Allah. And everybody believes in who they want to believe. And that's fine. You can put a label on Jesus. Whatever you want is what you want. But to me, he's the king of the Jews, and that's all that matters. That's who he is. That's where he was born and raised. As far as we know, who am I to judge who he is? At the end of the day, I love and worship him and protected by him, and that's all that matters. Jesus is our savior. He died on the cross for us. Hey, Lacey. How are you, sweetie? What's up? Good to see you. You're full and you're still eating. Well, you need to eat. Put some meat on them burns. Yeah, Takoa, politics and religion is a part of life, you know. I don't really like to talk about religion and stuff like that. Hey, Odie, how you doing, sweetie? Right, like how I do. I preach out in the open too. Okay, Stephanie. You know, we all have our own beliefs. You know, you too, Steph, thanks. You know, we all have our beliefs, but me, like when I say that to my parents, they get pissed. And people like tend to dwell on who Jesus really is, you know? And I don't like that. After seeing the movie, it kind of like made me believe like, sorry to hear that, Odie. I hope you feel better, sweetie. I'll send you some healing and love, okay? Yeah, absolutely. I believe that, yeah. Prayers going out to you, Odie, sweetie. I hope you feel better. Marky will send you a kiss. You too, Corianne. Have a good night, sweetheart. Good to see you always. You know, people like just gotta realize that it's whoever you believe in is fine. But I've had my share of the Catholic religion. And I went to a Catholic school full of nuns. And if you are supposedly a nun and you tell me that I'm not going to amount to anything in life if I leave school, you're a piece of shit, first of all. Second of all, you're not a follower of God. You're not a follower of Jesus. You're not even a Catholic. You're not even a church or a nun. You're a nun nobody. And when that bitch said that to me, I looked her in her eyes and I said, that's your opinion of me? That's fine. The people who leave this school will be something in life, will make more money than you, will have a better job than you. Because education is what people put a label on as well. You have to go to college in order to have a good job. That's not true. You can start to rap. You can start to sing. People's talents is what makes them money, not people's education. Remember that. And I'm a prime example of that. I dropped out of school, never went to college, and I made money. I have my own business, and she can kiss my ass now. Just like the rest of the teachers who told me I wouldn't make it. The people who have left school are some of the most successful people in the world. People who grew up in a broken home are the most successful people in the world. People who are orphans and never saw their parents are the most successful people in the world. Because once you come from nothing, you don't expect nothing. Some people do, some people don't, Heather. You know, some people use their talents, some people scared of them. Okay, Lacey, sleep well, dream of Marky. Good to see you, sweetheart. Yeah, exactly, Vicky. Same thing in my school. Same thing. It was all about money and corruption. But see, my parents didn't see that until later on. And then my parents hate those nuns now. They can't stand them. My mom says she wishes she can grab him by the hair and drag him down a flight of steps. I said, don't worry, Mom. Their fake asses will pay here before they go. And I saw her. And I saw both my principal nuns when my dad was in the hospital last year for his knee operation. They both came in and they stole as they came in because they saw me. And they were like, oh, hi, Mark. Oh, your dad's here in the hospital. I said, yeah, he's getting an operation. He's right here. Oh, we're gonna give him the body of Christ, and we're gonna pray, and blah blah blah. And I was like, I don't want none of that. She goes, I said, you can give it to my dad and mom, but not me. I don't want nothing that comes from you, like. And she just like looked the other way, and my dad and mom was like, oh shit, Mark's gonna start a riot in the hospital. I just sat off to the side. I prayed to myself. They dealt with my parents, and my mom wanted to like beat the shit out of her. And I was like, you know what? When they left, I blessed myself and I said, God, protect me from those devilish bitches, fake ass God dwelling people. And all they want is like, they're just corrupted. Can't stand them. Oh, trust me, Rana, they're getting what's coming to them. My mom always says, my mom's a smart lady. She told me, Mark, you ain't got to beat nobody or put your hands on nobody. Let go, let God, and you pay here before you go. And that is a good thing. Because when you don't pay before you go, when you get there, you get the ultimate payment. Oh, there you go, Kelly. Trust me, I rebelled in that school. I think I was telling a story in here the other day that in my Catholic school, I had a beard when I was young. I was always like, my beard came early. Like when I was 14, 15, I already had I reached puberty at that age and I had a beard. So I had to shave when I was like 14, 15. So they would say, oh, you need to shave your mustache and don't come to school like that. And I always used to wear the back of my hair like this, like curved up like that. And they said, no, you can't. You can't touch your collar. You have to cut your hair. So then I refused to do it. I was like, I ain't give a shit. You can't cut it. You ain't gonna cut it. You touch me, I'm gonna slap you. That's how I was. That's how I still am. So when I was like 16, I had enough. So I got called to the office because my teacher said, you can't look like that, Mark. It's the rules. So I said, no problem. I'm going to go talk to the principal. That's where you want me to go? I'll go talk to her. She's a nun. So she goes, why are you so rebellious, Mark? Why you can't live by the rules of the school? If not, we're going to expel you. I said, well, expel me. I said, you're a hypocrite. She goes, excuse me? Why are you calling me a hypocrite? I said, because if you believe in Jesus and we stare and we see his face every day, he had a beard and he had long hair. So I just want to look like my idol. I want to look like the man that you portray me to believe in. So why can't I look and feel like him? I want a beard and I want long hair so I can be just like Jesus. Her face went red like a fire engine, like a fire truck. She wanted to kill me. She had nothing to say. She goes, oh, well, that's because Jesus didn't have a razor and Jesus didn't have nothing to cut it. I said, yeah, they did. They did. And so I said, that's how they looked. And now you look at the world now, the men all have beards and long hair. And now kids can go to school. Some schools allow kids to go with a beard, like older guys to go to a beard. College, you can have a beard. You can have long hair. You can have tattoos, earrings all over your ass and all over your nose. You can do all those things now because the whole world has evolved. You're supposed to worry about not what I look like at school. You're supposed to worry about how I'm progressing in school and how you are going to teach me to be better at school. You're not supposed to judge me for what I look like. What I look like should not be a problem. So when I used my favorite word, reverse psychology, on her, it pissed her off. So the day that I told her I was leaving was probably the best day of her life. She was like, thank God this rebellious fucker is leaving. And then I told her, I said, when we go to church, when we're in school, I'm the altar boy. Nobody else says that they're going up there. Nobody else volunteers to go in front of their classmates and in front of the church except me. And you want to condemn me for being and wanting to look like Jesus? You people got issues. I said, I'm going to save my parents money. I'm going to save my money and time too. And I'm going to go to work. And I'm going to prove to you that I don't need your dumbass school. And I don't need you dumbass teachers because I'm smarter than all of you anyway. And by the power of God and Jesus, you all can kiss my ass. And look now. Anything wrong with me? Hey Gemini, how you doing, sweetheart? Good to see you. Party time. Hey, there you go, Kelly. See that? And that's another thing that they put a label on, you know? You can't do this because you're that. You can't do this, you can't do that. There you go, Sophie. I know, Rana. That's absolutely true. My mom's one of them. My mom always has to like get her hair done or get a different outfit. Or you know when I go there tomorrow, every Sunday I go to my parents' house to eat lunch, right, and hang out with them. And they talk about church, and they'll say, "Hey, so and so wasn't in church. Oh my God, they must be sick." Or so and so, is that their son? Oh my God, he looks like shit. Or is that their daughter? I can't believe they let their daughter go to church looking like a whore. Or oh my God, you see her? Why is she wearing high heels for what? You're going to church, you don't need that. Like my mom, she's always dissing everybody who's in church because it's not the way she wants people to go to church and not how she was brought up going to church. Like back when I was an altar boy, I was not allowed, right? I was not allowed to wear sneakers. I had to wear like penny loafers or docksiders or dress shoes, you know? And I was like, why can't I wear sneakers? What's the problem? Jesus didn't even have shoes. They don't look at me again like this fucker. He's always got something to say. Well, it's the truth. What you want me to do? Go barefooted like Jesus did? People make me laugh, man. They have their own standards and they really don't go by what God and Jesus did. Because you're a hypocrite. Good night, Cass. Yeah, I know. I know what you mean, Rana. People do it here. Yeah, there you go, Kelly. It's because of their beliefs. You too, Cass. There you go, Barbie. Some people go just for that reason, just so they can show off. You know what, Sophie? I was at one point. I actually felt like the statue of God was looking at me. A statue of Jesus was looking at me many a times. He probably was. Do you know that there's a statue of Jesus in Portugal that grows fingernails? Did you know that? Oh yeah, it definitely freaked me out, especially when I was young. Yeah, there's actually a statue of Jesus in Portugal that grows fingernails, and when they tried to move it, one day they tried to move it, and one time they tried to move it in a boat, and all of a sudden the weather went nuts, and the boat had to turn around and put the statue back. Then they tried it again, and the same shit happened. Every time they tried to move the statue, it wouldn't go nowhere. They said, "Look, fuck this. We're just leaving this thing here." And apparently, some lady cuts the fingernails like every month. Yeah, that's why people don't believe in God and Jesus and all these type of things. But trust me, a lot of these things that people don't believe in mediumship either. You know, people don't believe that people can talk to dead people. There's a lot. Belief is hard, but once you prove things, once you actually see things, then you believe it. Hey, Carol, how are you? People don't believe in a lot of things, man. Um, it's a you know what, Heather? I don't know if you know the story where Mary appeared in Portugal to those kids. The story about Mary, and it's in Fatima, and they have like because I'm Portuguese, so I'm doing good, Carol. Good to see you. Like, so that whole thing. That's why Portuguese people are so religious and think Jesus is Portuguese. Is because apparently, Mary showed themselves. So they're up there, they have a big thing, all that stuff. Like, and that statue also is there. It's called Sant Christ, Saint Christ, and it's the statue apparently grows fingernails, and like they have a big festival and worship him, and people carry his statue all through the streets, and it's amazing. I went to visit there one time. I've been to Portugal twice. Yeah, I mean, people don't believe a lot of that stuff, but I do. Gemini, I was raised as a Roman Catholic, but I don't go to church no more. I don't believe in Catholic religion anymore. What I believe in is Jesus, God, Mary, and that's all that matters to me. That's who I pray to every day. Those three people, every single day. I believe religion is like I believe religion is what you want to believe, but at the end of the day, I believe in the three people. I believe in three people: Jesus, Mary, and God. That's it. Everybody else to me is irrelevant. Like some people say, oh, Archangel Michael, Archangel this, Archangel that, Angel this. And yeah, I believe in those things too, but I don't pray. I say I do pray to Archangel Michael sometimes as a like a a protection type of thing. But I believe the three highest powers in the world is Jesus, Mary, and God. That's it. Everybody else to me is not irrelevant. I wouldn't say that that's a bad word to use. I would say that isn't as powerful as those three. Those three to me mean everything. Those are the three I pray to every day. I know how to pray in Portuguese. I know how to do the whole rosary in Portuguese. I pray in Portuguese a lot of times. I pray in English. Like I said, I do a lot. I pray a lot. I pray every day. Before I go to sleep every day, I pray. I thank Jesus, Mary, and God for everything that I have, everything that happened that day. I thank them for all my blessings. And I always, thank my past loved ones, like everybody in my family who's passed away that I know. I will, tell them thank you for helping me. And since both of my aunts died, in the same week, I feel like my mediumship got a lot better because I love them so much and they love me like a son, and I love them like as if they were my mom. So when both of them died back to back in the same week, I thought it was the most freakiest thing in the world. And after that day, that's when my mediumship came to life, Like last year, June, when they died, shortly after that, I started getting dreams about them. I started thinking about them a lot. And next thing you know, my mediumship went to another level. And that's who I think that's helping me with my mediumship is them. Because that's what I believe, Okay, cool. Yeah, that's okay, Gemini. I just got that. I needed it because my stuff was all over the place. I had to rearrange my apartment a bit. But thanks. I like it. It's a cool little stand. It matches my apartment. I try to keep my apartment looking nice as much as I can. Good night, Kelly. Good to see you always. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, a lot of people believe in the angels and things like that, and I don't condemn nobody for believing that because I believe in it too. But the thing is if you believe in in Jesus, Mary, and God, those to me are the three highest powers in the world in my eyes, But people think that Archangel Michael is powerful and this and that, and that's fine. You can believe that. I believe they're powerful, yes, but not like Jesus, Mary, and God. I definitely believe in the devil. I know the devil exists. The devil is real, even though people say he's not. People have devilish ways. I believe the world is God versus the devil. I definitely believe good and evil. Hey, Autumn Fairy, how are you? To be honest, the world is so big. How could you not believe in things? The world is a huge place. How could you not believe that things exist? If things are talked about, then obviously they exist. Obviously, there's some exaggerations and there's some misbeliefs and myths. But I believe in a lot of things because this world is huge, bigger than we'll ever see. And no man and no person can ever beat and travel the whole world in their lifetime. My grandma always says Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Kelly Marie, but she was mad at me. Joseph doesn't get enough credit, but at the same time, I don't think he was powerful. I just think he was just, a part of the family. I don't think because he was never really said to have power. But if people want to pray to him, then that's fine. Oh yeah, I believe that, Gemini. He still is. And now he has his own people. Listen, God has his people and the devil has his. It's you make a choice. You have a choice either to be evil or to be good. That's what I believe. There's demonic energies everywhere. I've dealt with a lot of devilish people in my lifetime because they tried to get me on their side. We get tested every day. No, I'm not discrediting anybody. I'm just saying my belief is the top three. You know how you say the top three players in the world, the top three people in the world, the top three this, the top three that? Well, the top three most powerful religious people in my eyes is those three. Where maybe Joseph will come maybe fourth. But then you had Moses, you had the apostles. We can go on and on and on about religion and the beliefs. We'll be here all damn day. But, my belief is those three are the most powerful. And those three are the most talked about. Now, there's a lot of people who believe in the saints. All the churches are named after saints. And I believe in the saints. I believe in angels. I believe in all those things. It's inevitable. It's guaranteed. I believe the Pope is somebody who is a person of the highest level of religion. That's all he is. I don't believe he has superpowers. I don't believe he should be worshipped the way he does. I really don't believe in priests and popes being better than anybody else. They're a human being like everybody else. I think the Pope thing is overrated. Some people will debate that with me, but I don't believe in that stuff. The Pope is a label. There was one Pope that did a lot for people. He spoke a lot of reality, and I respect him. Pope John Paul, I think the first. I think one of them I really acknowledge and said to myself, this guy talks facts. Like he really is a man of God, a man of his word. And he preached a lot of things. He wanted world peace, and he wanted, Pope John Paul. He was a legend. People tried to kill him because he wanted nothing but good for people. But then you have some popes that, like the one now, like I don't care for him too much. And there's a lot of priests that I have encountered through the church that were corrupt, that were pieces of shit, and people who didn't care about life. They cared about money. And there was one priest who always held up a time when it was the homily. He would hold up a Times magazine, and he would talk about the world. And I'm saying to myself, this is what I came to church for, to listen to you rant for half an hour about what's going on in another country. Bruh, we're in Bermuda. We're not in the United States. People don't buy the Times magazine. People don't give a shit what's going on in the United States. We're from Bermuda. So why are you running on about the States? And you see, Bermuda never had a priest from Bermuda, only one. And he was the most corrupted priest ever. Like, Catholic priest. But there are, in the black community, there's a lot of black Bermudian priests, like in the Anglican church and all those things. And they're good people. Some of them are good. Some of the pastors are good. But then they get labeled for playing with little boys and things like that. So you can never really trust anybody in those fields and in those things, But at the same time, it's whatever we believe in. But to me, like I said, I'm not worshiping no pope. I ain't listening to no priest. I don't care about those things. I don't care about priests and deacons and nuns. All that to me is just a label of a person who over worships God. And God and Jesus and all that didn't tell you to do those things. There's 10 commandments. And how many people in this room live by those 10 commandments? Nobody. Nobody here does that. Yeah, exactly, Heather. It happens every day. Yeah, Sophie. Yeah, he's basically in charge of all the priests. He's basically in charge of the Catholic community. Well, the people that go to church are some of the most corrupted pieces of shit on earth. That's why I don't go to church no more. When I got old enough, like I would say when I went 18, my parents couldn't tell me to go to church no more. They're mad because I don't go to church. But I told my mom, I'm not going to church no more because I can't stand to see and be in the same place as these corrupted, arrogant, sinful, selfish ass people. And in Bermuda, it's worse because everybody that goes to church. Everybody that goes to church, Whereas when I went to church one time in Atlanta, I decided to go to church when I was in Atlanta one time when I was 21. And I went to this beautiful church and I didn't know anybody. And I felt so safe in there and so blessed to be in there. And I prayed my ass off in there because I was going through some hard times around that age. Yeah, it happens, Heather, Yeah. And that's why I don't go to church no more because church is here. Here is my church. Here I can see here I can talk to God, speak to God, pray to God, worship him, see Jesus on my walls, see Mary. That's all that matters to me. Sometimes when my best friend comes here, he'll be like, you got more pictures of Jesus than you do anything else. I say, yeah. I said, I got to keep the devil away, bro. I got to keep the devil away. Devil ain't going nowhere where Jesus' pictures are. This is my church. This is my sanctuary. This is my place of protection. Yeah, it happens every day. Priests do that shit every day, man. Listen, I was an altar boy and I never got touched because they knew who to touch. You weren't touching me. I can't stand that shit. I'll What? Yeah, you would, huh? Shit. Take that rub that I got on and wrap it around your damn neck and drag you the hell outside and pour holy water on your ass. No, that ain't happening to me. I was an altar boy for 8 years and I never had a priest that did that or even acted like that. Thank God. Oh, absolutely. I would have kicked him in his balls and wrapped that rope around his damn neck. I would have hit him with the book or something. Oh, it all depends. Exactly. That too, Gemini. You know, people have their own beliefs, and their own things. But once I got old, I realized that the Catholic church that I went to was a place where I couldn't stand to see bad people in there. I mean, obviously, I'm not a saint. But I didn't do bad things like that. Yeah, I sinned just like everybody else, but not bad sins like the people that were in there. You know, I was sitting next to cheaters and liars and manipulators. I saw the principal that told me I would amount to nothing when I went to church. I saw a teacher that molested a girl in school and still had his job and still went to church. I can't deal with that. No. A lot of hoes were in there at church too. If you're a hoe, you shouldn't be going to church either. Hoes need healing too. They can go to church. Just I won't be going. I won't be going to no church full of corrupted ass people. That ain't happening. And the church that I went to, it was round. It didn't have no corners. It's a round church. The church that I went to all my life, it's a round church. It was built round. No corners. There's no corners in this church. It's all round. And another reason why people don't go to church, because people pray for stuff and when it doesn't happen, they don't believe anymore. That's another reason why people don't go to church, because they used to go to church and pray to be a millionaire or pray to have a relationship or pray, for this and pray for that, but it didn't come true. So people no longer go to church because they don't get their prayers answered. That's the problem with a lot of people too. It might be, Heather. I don't know. It's a very old church. But I pass this church every single day. People only know God when something bad happens. When they're dying, the first thing they say, "Oh, please God, help me. I don't want to die. Please God." Or when they're sick and they gotta go to the hospital, or if they're at hospital, "Please God, I don't want to die." Oh, you didn't know God last week, and you were smoking crack and drinking and having sex with hoes and all that. You didn't know that part, didn't you? You didn't know God when you were doing a pack of ignorance. You know God now because you're dying. Mary Magdalene. Yeah, right. Well, I can't condemn hers because hers need love too. Not all hers are bad. There might be some religious hoods. Yeah, Heather. This church here has been that way for forever. I don't know any other church like. There's actually a very old church that I live next to. I literally live next to a church, and it's a old church, and it's beautiful. Hey, there hers have labels too. You could be a religious hoe. You could be a hoe and say, "Please, Jesus, don't let me get an ESD. I mean, an ESD, an STD." You could be a religious hoe and ask Jesus not to get you know, not to get STDs. That's what you call a religious hoe. Yeah, those hoes are praying for D. There you go, Elizabeth. You know? What's the matter, baby? Oh, okay, Alan. Absolutely, Sophie. We use God as an ambulance. They seek him only when shit goes bad. Absolutely. I tell people that every day. What's the matter? What's the matter, baby? You sleep peace? Must be nice to be you. Hey, well, I always tell people, you gotta, hey, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I prayed for Coochie the other day. It didn't come true, though. But it doesn't mean I don't like God. Doesn't mean I condemn him for nothing goes right. Because the thing I pray for the most is my health. That's what I pray for the most every day. I pray for my health and my well being so I don't have to be in a hospital bed suffering from a disease. That's my biggest fear is, having to live in a hospital for months or years or having a disease and dying. I'd rather be healthy and have some bad luck here and there. I pray for my health and well being. That's the main thing. I don't care about money and work, and obviously I care, but not as much as my health. I always tell people Jesus is my insurance. God's my insurance. That's all that matters to me. And if you believe that, you'll be all right. Being unhealthy is the worst thing you can have in life, in my opinion. Sure, you can. You can pray for it, sure. I pray for Coochie all the time. But God says, no, no. You want the Coochie mark? You got to go and get it. Oh, man, Heather. Hey, well, hey, it's his choice, right? There you go, Sophie. Hey, we all have choices. We all have choices. We all have needs. We all want what we want. We pray for everything. People pray for everything. It's all depends on what you pray for. I pray for health. I pray for my health. Some people pray for D. Some people pray for this. Some people pray for money. It all depends on what you pray for. Yeah, Heather, like I said, it's sad that he's in a hospice and all that. It's It's sad. Corian. Well, pretty much. It's all good. It's not everything. Like I said, I'd rather pray for my health. I ain't worried about no damn coochie. Don't mean no difference to me. Oh yeah, the cancer goes anywhere, man. Hey Shao, how are you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? Hey, if that's what you pray for, Gemini, then that's all good, you know? People pray for different things. Salma, there is no list. I'm not doing any questions. I did a pick a card reading in the beginning. We're just talking now. I'm not doing messages. If you want a message from spirit, you can get a private reading from me. I'm not doing that right now. Oh yeah, sure. I mean, it all depends. People pray for different things, you know, people pray for their kids, people pray for, you know, lots of things. For me, I pray for my health. I pray to God that I don't end up leaving this world too early, even though that's not my choice. I just want to be around to help my parents and help my family and to be in good health and good spirits and to help people. And my reward, my thanks to him is rewarding his people with messages from spirit and doing what I'm doing now. You know, he says, if you want me to take care of you, you got to take care of the people that come to you and ask you to tap into their past loved ones and put some sense into people and help them with their life. And that's what I'm doing. I withheld my end of the bargain. He gives me good health and a good life, and in exchange, I help his people. That's how I look at it now. That's exactly how I look at it. And that's what makes me sane every day. It makes me happy every day. And that's why he opened up my gift to do this recently. You know, that's why I did it the other day. You know, I was like, you know what? That's exactly what I'm going to do. That's what he wants me to do. He's pushed me in this direction. And it's weird, but at the same time, I understand what he's doing. I definitely understand what he's doing. You know? Thanks, Allison. Thanks, SR. Heather. Yeah, that's true, Gemini. You know, you got to do what you got to do. Heather, it's $15 a question, and it's through PayPal only. And if you want like a face-to-face reading, I can do those. If you want a typed out reading by email, I can do that. I can do a video reading. You have to be specific on what you want. And if you want like a whole half hour, it's $50. And anything more than that is more, obviously. But that's what I do. and I get back to you right away. Like it doesn't take me long to get back. It all depends on what you want, really. It all depends. I do whatever. I do whatever the person wants me to do. And I'll read about anything. Thanks, Allison. Hey, Christina. Yeah, I'm always available. I'm always available. I'm doing a lot more of it now. Like I said, I have my own business and I work, but this also has become a business to me and a full like it must be becoming a full-time job for me. I never thought it would be possible, but it's becoming that more and more. It's actually crazy because it's winter time here and a lot of places, and usually winter time I don't have too much work on my regular business. And God put me in this position this year, and I can't believe it. I still like doubt that this is even happening, like I'm waking up or something and this is all a joke. But every day I realize that it's true and it's what I'm meant to be doing, and I accept it, you know. This year has been just completely crazy and amazing at the same time, you know. And the only reason why I keep doing it is because everybody, tells me to. And if everybody's telling me to do it, then I'm obviously doing something right. So might as well keep going. You know, I'm just happy that I can help people. That's all. Money don't phase me. Money's not an object. I'm just making people happy. Last night I did mediumship readings, and people were just, people were calling me today, thanking me and stuff, and telling me things, and I appreciate it and stuff like that. But like I said, it's a part of life. It's a part of me. I can't help what I do. It's just what happens. I have to accept it now more than ever. Well, I mean, Gemini, I've done readings for years. I've been doing this for like 12 years now. But the mediumship part, I kind of didn't want to do it anymore. I didn't want to do mediumship because it's too emotional and too like personal. And a lot of people like last night, a lot of people cried. When I do mediumship, people cry. People get like, um, people don't really believe that people can see these things, and obviously I'm not the only medium. There's tons of mediums in the world. And but the thing is you have to connect. You have to connect with the person that you're dealing with. Not every person I'm going to connect with. I mean, so far on here, I haven't had that problem. But when it's meant to be, it's meant to be. When you get to a certain level, you could connect with pretty much anyone. But not everybody's going to get the messages that they want. Some people, they'll say what they want and then back off. Sometimes the actual spirit that we have that comes in for you doesn't want to talk anymore. Like last night, I had that happen. Sometimes they're like, fuck you, I'm not talking to you no more. I said what I had to say, go away. I don't want to talk to that person that asked you to talk to me. And sometimes I get a chatterbox. Sometimes they flirt with me and talk shit. Sometimes it's a random spirit that just comes in to say whatever, and they're not the real one. Sometimes the person comes in and the whole reading gets emotional and crazy, and the person talks my ear off, and I start seeing all sorts of crazy shit. And the person that I'm talking to goes nuts and, tells the whole family, go see this guy, Mark. And next thing you know, I got everybody over here looking at what I said, and then people just comment, and it makes me just believe that I'm doing the right thing. That's all that matters. It'll be different if people said, "Oh no, you're not seeing the right person," or "No, you're a fraud," or But it's never like that. So I've been blessed to be connected with everybody here. You know, so what can I say? I'm blessed on that aspect, but at the same time, gift to I don't use that gift to manipulate people or to be selfish or to make money off of in a bad way. And like I said, I have a different style from a lot of people. I like to describe the person first. Once I get the description, then I'll ask the spirit, okay, it's you. I got confirmation from them that this is you. This is what you look like. This is what you wear. This is what you have on. And after that, it's pretty much a wrap. The person just starts pointing or talking or showing me, and then it gets pretty much that's it after that. Okay, Heather. As I was saying, it's yeah. Well, Raina just put it up pretty much. I don't have that gift. I have vivid dreams. Yeah, Gemini. Everybody's dreams are different. That's all in your mind. Do you ever walk around and just feel or see ghosts trying to find out what happened to them or their families? Um, not really. Not really, Allison. I never watched all this ghost whisper stuff. I don't watch psychic stuff and all that. Hey, what's up, Space? If it's good or bad. Well, if you'll know it's good when you feel good, and you know if it's bad if it feels bad. If you start getting chills all through your body and you feel bad, then you know it's bad. Now, if you feel good, then it's good. It's just like how people say, a lot of mediums say, "Oh, I have spirit here," and they won't go away, or "I got to get rid of this spirit. Hold on a second and do this and do that." To me, that's how the person deals with spirit. But me, I bring in spirit, but they leave right after, unless I want them around. Now, if I want them around, they'll stay around. Like there's a woman who comes in here. Her name is Suri. Her dad, when I first tapped into him, he was like one of the funniest guys I've ever tapped into, and he was really cool, kind. He was like always funny, always hanging out with me. He hung out with me for like 2 weeks. He would come in my car with me. He would hang here with me, and I allowed him to because his energy was good. He showed me some things, told me some things, told me about his life, things that I won't repeat because that's between me and him. And we had a great time. He would hang out with me in my car, go on car drives. We go check out some chicks on the road. He'd be talking shit. We'd be laughing. But that's only because I allowed it. Now, if you don't want to, you don't have to have those people around. Like, to me, I don't believe that like certain people, like it all depends, like, because certain people, it's all in their mind on how much spirits they have, or how much like past loved ones you have in your house and all that. And I know, hey, Ruth, how are you, sweetheart? Like, there's a lot of people, like, there's a lot of mediums who like say, oh, you know, I can hear this going through my house, or I can see all these people in here, and I have this, I have that, and that's fine. That's probably what your mediumship level is. But me, I don't see spirits in my house. There could be 5 people in here right now. I wouldn't know because I can't see them, nor do I feel them. So in my mind, they're not here. It's that simple. If I don't see them, then they're not here. Now, somebody that sees spirits could say, hey, Mark, there's 3 guys right here on your couch. Okay, if you say so. I don't care. There could be like 5 hoods, spirit hoods, stripper hoods, and dancing around here right now. I don't know. How am I supposed to know? Because I don't have the gift of seeing them. I can't see who the hell's around here. I don't see spirits. Anything I see is in my mind. When I do a mediumship reading, I close my eyes and I'll get the visions. But as far as seeing them around you, no. And if you tell me there's spirits here right now, it'll probably be hard to believe because I can't see them. I cannot see them. Anything I see is when I do the reading for you. That's the only time I see in my mind. But I can't see them here. Like, oh yeah, look, there's a spirit there eating popcorn right now. No, I don't see that. That's not my thing. I don't see spirits. Like, so when people say that to me, it's a doubtful thing to me because I don't see it. Now, if somebody is talking to me and says, hey, Mark, look, I've been seeing spirits all my life. You got 5 spirits downstairs and 5 spirits upstairs. Okay, well, that's what you say. That's what that's what it is. I don't know. They don't bother me. Oh, thank you, Heather. I appreciate that. Yeah, I just got the notification. Okay, thank you, sweetie. Thanks. I'll get to that whenever you're ready. So, okay, Miss T, good night, sweetheart. Good to see you. Like I said, we're all different. Some people, like I said, I keep saying this a lot. I might sound like a broken record, but there's a lot of mediums who there's a lot of mediums who can, what was I going to say? That people would say, oh, like a spirit starts doing a reading for you, right? I mean, a medium starts doing a reading for you. And the first thing they say, oh, yes, I see your grandma. She's sitting on your couch right now. And she's, I can see her right now. She's got glasses on and she's eating cornflakes. Did she used to eat Kellogg's cornflakes or Rice Krispies? You're like, no, she never ate cornflakes. Oh, okay, well, never mind. She told me that, you used to watch her eat cornflakes, or she used to give you cornflakes, and then people were like, what the fuck you talking about, you? You see what I'm saying? It's like, whatever. Heather, you said, how does it work? Do you call or do we do a Zoom conference? Heather, do you want to do a face-to-face reading? If you want to do a face-to-face reading, we can do it on Instagram if you have Instagram. I do my face-to-face readings on Instagram. So if you have Instagram, you can add me to Instagram and then we can do a face-to-face if that's what you want. And if you want me to do a video recording, I can do a video recording. I can pre-record it too. If you don't want to do a face-to-face, we can do Okay, well, if you want to do it, if you want to do a live reading, if that's what you want, we can do that. That's not a problem. Yeah, see, Elizabeth just put up my Instagram link. Just click on that and you can add me. Just add me to Instagram and I'll add you and then bang. Okay, Sophie, you like my broken records? Okay. Okay, Space, you can see him? Okay, Heather. I just followed you, so we're good to go. So Heather, whenever you want to do it, you just let me know. Yeah, I added you too. So whenever you're ready, we can do it. If you want to do it tonight, right now, tomorrow, you just let me know. Whenever you're ready, I'll do it. I'll log off of here and I'll go do the reading for you right now. It's no problem. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready. You just let me know when it's good for you. You schedule it whenever you want. You're eating lasagna right now? Yummy. I had pizza tonight. It was delicious. It gave me a lot of heartburn, but I'm over the heartburn now. I'm better now. Ruth, to me, tarot would be mediumship. Mediumship is more like mediumship isn't really like to answer questions, to be honest. Not to me. To me, mediumship is like I mean, it is to answer questions. I mean, to me, I'd rather use my tarot to answer questions. Um, I'm the type of person I would rather use tarot to answer questions, and I would rather use mediumship to um, just confirm that that person is with you or with somebody or how they're doing or what you used to do with that person or you know if you want to ask a question about if you want to say does my grandmother think that I should go take the job at Sears, that's kind of weird to me. I'd rather answer with tarot. But if you want me to ask that to your grandmother in spirit, if you get that job at Sears or not, then that's okay. If I get the answer, I get the answer. But to me, mediumship is more like, okay, your grandmother is here. She's telling me she hangs out with you. She, sits on your bed or, she watches over you. She does this, she does that. She told me she used to do this with you. Things like it's like a confirmation that the person is there even after death. If you want to know where they are, where they hang out. Sometimes they're not hanging out with you. They're hanging out with your mom or your mom's mom or their husband or things like that. People want to know where they are. So I can tell you where they are if they tell me. But if you want to answer a question, answer then by spirit, then if I get the answer, I'll get the answer. If they give it to me. But I mean, it all depends. Ruth, it all depends. Okay, Heather, well, when you're ready, you just let me know. So when doing tarot, sometimes I notice my cards come flying out. Sometimes I take them, sometimes it's too much and I want a simple answer. Well, I don't believe in pop-outs, Gemini. I never do pop-outs. I shuffle until my method is this. I'll take the cards, I'll blow my energy on it, and I'll shuffle 3 times like this. 1, I do it on here every day. 2, and I'll go 3. And then if nothing pops out, then it's good. If anything pops out, I'll put it back in and I'll reshuffle from the beginning again. So your card, Six of Swords. So you might be traveling, you might be doing something, or might be just getting over some type of attempts. You might have success after anxiety, and then you just say whatever, boom. Whatever the card is, you explain it, do whatever you want. That's how I roll. I never take pop-outs. That's not my style. And I read reversals. So reading reversals is like a whole nother meaning. It's like you got to read double. So, which is fine to me. But to me, I don't take pop-outs. I see a lot. There's a reader on here that I diss. I actually unsubscribed from her channel because I couldn't stand watching her pick cards off the floor and reading them. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You're picking up all these fucking cards that you dropped on the floor and giving us these cards as the reading. No wonder this shit don't make no damn sense. Well, I mean, if that works, but listen, Gemini, if it works for you, then it works for you. Like, I'm not condemning anybody's style, but to me, that reader that does that just pisses me off. If they hit the floor, like, and it's like 5, 6 cards, and you pick them up, you're like, oh my God, you got this, you got that. That's bullshit to me. That to me is like, what are you doing? So when you play Go Fish and Crazy Eights, you pick the cards off the floor. When you see them, you're not supposed to see them, right? Because then you will know what you're doing is cheating. So to me, it's the same way. Ruth, I'm actually going for a private right now with Heather. Ruth, I'm actually going to do a private with Heather now. And I don't know how long I'm going to be. Hey, Jamie. Oh, right. Yeah, Gemini. I mean, to each their own. There's a lot of people who take pop-outs and it's right. But to me, I'm not that type of person. Like, because listen, I'm a card shark. Like, I played cards my whole life. I played euchre. I was a euchre champion. When I played euchre, me and my partner, we used to like take people's money from playing cards. We used to be legends. I used to like play cards. I used to play Crazy Eights, Go Fish. I used to play euchre. I used to play poker. I used to play all sorts of cards. And I always won a lot. And when I shuffle the cards and they fall, they have to go back in the deck because everybody wouldn't see the cards. So I have that mentality when I use tarot. I'm not going to take pop-outs and I'm not going to go on the floor and pick up cards and then say, hey, you got this. It fell on the floor. There's a reader who does that on YouTube and I can't stand seeing that. It pisses me off. But to each its own. People say she does the reading and people would say, yeah, oh my God, you're amazing. So, hey, well, if it works, it works. If it works, it works. Nah, it's not gambling. It was just when I was younger, like in my 20s, like there was a clique that I hung around and we used to get together like every Thursday and we used to all play cards. It was like a competition. And I used to win a lot. Me and my partner, we used to kick ass playing euchre. I don't know if you guys played euchre before, but I was a champion in euchre. Okay, Ruth, that's fine. But it's 2 o'clock in the morning here, so But I'm fine. I'm gonna do Heather's reading, and like I said, I'll get there. Heather, don't call Rana after your reading. Don't be telling her nothing. Rana's pokey. She wants to know everything. Don't tell her shit. Block her. Exactly, Space. Do you eat off the floor? No. My dog does. I know, right, Heather? She be nosy. Oh yeah, of course. She's my friend now, Raina. Heather's my friend now. And she's gonna be my client. So that's more than you. See, she's not your client. She's gonna be my friend and client. So she's more to me now than you now. See? And I know her from Frankie's, not from you. Whatever. Look, she's getting into her feelings, Heather. She's getting in her feelings now. Look. It's okay, Rana. It's okay. Shh. Calm it. Calm it, Rana. Calm it. Go eat a burrito and relax. Shh. Go get yourself a Dunkin's. Calm down. Oh, you bought lashes from her? Oh, so you're a client too. Okay, cool. Oh, we can fight over you? Okay, cool. I'm sure you'll choose Marky over her. Oh, mercy. Oh, she could be her friend. That's cool. She could be her friend. She won't be mine no more. Look, see how Rana always tells me I'm number one? See, Rana always tells me I'm number one. See? So Rana just finished telling you, Heather, that I'm number one. See that? At least she's honest. Exactly. You'll never win, boo boo. You're absolutely right. You will never win. Marky always wins. Who sells lashes? Rana, I guess. So she says. She talks a lot of shit, so I can't believe her. She sells lashes, but no glue. You got to get your own glue. You got to get your lashes from her and your glue from Walmart. Anyway, to all of you here, thank you so much for being here again. I appreciate all of you for coming out. I'm going to go relieve myself real quick, and then I'm going to do Heather's reading. So Heather, just give me about 5 minutes, and I'll text you, and I'll Heather, I'll text you in like 2 minutes. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and get a drink of water. I don't have to poop, and if I do, you could wipe it. I'm gonna go get a drink of water and take a piss, and I'll be right back. All right, I'll text you when I'm ready. How about that, sweetheart? Okay, and then we can go ahead and do our read. All right. Thanks for coming by, Gemini. I enjoyed the chit chat. Good to see you again. Good night, Charlene. Good night, Rain and Elizabeth. Thank you so much for always helping me. I appreciate you. Thanks, Gemini, for coming out again. Thanks, Sophie. Good to see you, sweetheart. Good night to everybody that's here. I don't know if I missed anybody. Oh, good night, Allison, if you're around. Good night, Ruth. Ruth, just come check me out. Check me out tomorrow, because after this reading I do for Heather, I'm probably going to go to sleep. But tomorrow, Ruth, just contact me sometime and we can do a reading. Okay, sweetie? If you're still here. Tonight I won't be able to do it because it's already 2 o'clock in the morning here. And after I do this reading for Heather, I'm going to go. So if you can check me out tomorrow, that would be great. All right, everybody. I'll see you in a bit, Heather. And thanks everybody for coming out again and supporting me and talking. It was a nice chat tonight. I really liked the chat tonight. I like talking and having fun. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Yep. When I go sit on that toilet, I'm gonna make sure that I think about you, Rana.